I think it's a very good question, and perhaps it's a myth that the holding period and the lock-in period are the same.
Right.
So my answer is no. The holding period is not equal to the lock-in period. Equities, are a volatile instrument, so the returns fluctuate in the short term. And how it works is, the longer the holding period, the lesser the volatility. Right. So the fluctuations get negated if you hold that instrument for longer horizons. So historically, if you see that 5 years is something which is a good holding period if you want the volatility to be lower. Of course, longer than that is always good, but 5 year is something that you can begin with. So I would say that instead of looking at a 3-year lock-in period, people should look at holding ELSS for at least 5 years. And those who are investing through a systematic investment plan, which is investing monthly in ELSS, they should note that every installment would have a 3-year lock-in period. And their holding period accordingly has to be 5 years for each installment. So if I am investing today, I should ensure that, so today is 2017 Jan, right. So I should ensure that I am holding it at least till Jan 2022.
Yeah.
So that's how it will work. So for any equity instrument, I am not talking about ELSS in particular, any equity mutual fund that they hold, they should have the holding period of at least 5 years.
Right.
And longer the better. So if they can hold it for 10 years, 15 years, the compounding effects gives you better wealth creation opportunities. So that is how I would put it.
Absolutely. So one of the things that at least I understand, Satish, correct me if I'm wrong, is the fact that staying invested in the long run, right, which is a very typical philosophy that we have for equity, applies over here also, and it's a big mistake to try and pull out immediately after 3 years. Staying invested for the long run seems to be the right thing to do.
Correct. And here, if I would add that what I said earlier, traditional investments which are offering assured returns, they may offer lower returns going forward.
Right.
Because generally as an economy progresses, interest rates tend to fall because you need to supply capital to the industry at lower rates. So keeping that in mind, equities would offer you, have a potential to offer better returns. So, so people should look at equities necessarily over the long run.
And if I may add, the traditional ones anyways are coming with a really long lock-in period, like PPF, where you say that the interest rates may actually come down, keeping long-term fundamentals in mind. And you have a 15-year lock-in period, so why not try a longer duration with equity?
And most of these traditional investments also have a taxable component, except the PPF, which is tax-free. Many of the fixed income or the assured returns products like a bank FD or a national savings certificate would be taxable. So the returns that you get from them would be taxable again. So the net returns that you get after paying those taxes would be lower than the stated returns. But come to equity, they are tax-free if the holding period is more than a year.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.